What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the EU4 Super States AI only battle. Things pretty crazy at the moment. As of last episode, obviously, Wisconsin have not been having a good time. Now it is the turn of, I believe, Manitoba declared this war, but Cascadia came... Wait, Wisconsin are now... Oh no, Manitoba's allied to Florida. Never mind. I was going to say Manitoba, though. That is some strong alliances, as we can see here. But yeah, Wisconsin, they're having a good time. Cascadia and Manitoba coming in. Obviously, we've already seen Texas and Florida and New York take chunks out of them so far. So, I mean, they're still going to be around, but they're definitely not going to be anywhere near as strong after this. And I imagine Manitoba is going to come out of this looking very big. That's just my initial thoughts. Initially, we're entering the last 100 years now. It's 1720. So I would imagine there's just over... Oh my goodness, Manitoba are massive now. Okay, that is... Okay, I think it's now safe to say Manitoba are up into 5th in the States. I think it obviously depends what happens now, because they border Texas and Florida, but they have that Cascadian alliance, and they're allied to Florida. But this is all starting to get very interesting. Cascadia does... I think they bordered Texas for a while, but... Also, I haven't really paid attention to this, but I think just then, while I wasn't really looking, Cascadia looked like they might have attacked Baja California while I wasn't really paying attention. So that just happened. So let's see what's going on. Is there any other wars that... Okay, Florida is in a war against Brittany with Britain. But that's it in terms of the states. Okay. Floridian Brazil is starting to go... Oh, wow. Okay, Breton Brazil is being destroyed. And once again, it's all being given to the natives. Are we going to see... These natives have got, like, similar tech level. Actually, they're a couple below, but they're not, like, miles below. We might just see, like, Brazil owned by natives. That'd be very weird. But I'm sure Florida will eventually... come deal with that, or Britain if not, because look at Britain's colonies, they're ginormous. They have over 60,000 men just chilling down there, as you do. But yeah, that sucks. Wisconsin have been doing so well, and now they're just small again. They're still pretty big, but you know, nowhere near there was. It's still going to take still 226% war score for the total of their provinces. I mean, Manitoba's now 298%, so not, you know, they're not a power yet, but they'll get there. And obviously, these states are going to be worth more probably than these, so that will help them out a lot, because they just grabbed a ton of states in the US. Who else? Is this? Yeah, Britain owns this province, don't they? It's very annoying, but there you go. Yeah, Britain managed to grab this island. They are winning their war fairly easily, so there you go. Okay, are we... I don't want to miss anything, because I think Cascadia must have invaded here at some point. Minnesotan peasants. Oh, separatists. I don't know why I saw peasants. But they were crushed. Manitoba. The first challenge of being big dealt with for them, I guess. They dealt with that nice and easily. Okay, District of Columbia is still here. I mean, it's going to be very tough for them from this point on. Do they still have that alliance with New York? Because that is like... That's their only alliance. I mean, it's pretty vital. If that alliance ends, I imagine very quickly we'll see them drop off the map. And I imagine New York... I know a lot of people are rooting for the District of Columbia now they've come back, but I feel like New York could probably do with those provinces. I imagine Washington, D.C. is a very well-developed province, and the sort that they should have, or be sorting after. Okay, there's wars going on. How do I know that? Because, one, Florida just attacked the Brazilian natives, which I didn't know, but they have. Texas, I saw, were in a war because none of their troops were. Texas and Puebla v. San Luis Potosi and Durango. So Texas in another Mexican war. Cascadia, okay, going after Saskatchewan and Manitoba, and New York is going after Acadia again. I think New York is the closest to probably winning. Actually, no, I think Texas was. So Texas are war with these guys in the yellow, and these little... No, that's not the right ones. I don't know who they are then. Oh, wait, where's Durango? Oh, the green over here. But yeah, that should be an easy win for Texas. Cascadia, though, and rip Manitoba. But this is like New York and Cascadia are getting very close to being next to each other. And they are the two dominant power. Actually, no, Florida's ahead of Cascadia now. Cascadia needs to embrace the institution. That's why. That will send them up. And Texas just did, I think. Or the Ottomans just got such a penalty that they dropped. But there you go. Texas up into... Oh, no, it's because they just took some land. That's what it is. But yep, straight away, Cascadia... invading both Saskatchewan and Manitoba, came to their aid. They did so well, Manitoba. They should have just stayed out of that war. I think breaking the alliance would have been worth it, but the AI doesn't tend to do that, and Acadia is all but dead. They've got one province left out here, but New York taking all of that land and starting just to flex a bit of muscle again. Cascade, how are you doing? Oh no, it's not these Brazilians, it's these ones, or these natives over here that they're at war with. But I mean, Florida with British help should be. I think we're going to see a giant Floridian Brazil basically. I think they should win because the other guys are only allies, which sucks for them. Cascadia already on 79 war score. That is insane. Yep, Texas did finish off everything. And how are Cascadia doing right now? I imagine there's still a 40 stack from Manitoba, but why does Cascadia only have a 38 stack? What's going on there? What are you doing? Why do you have a 100 stack like over here just chilling? I don't know what that. They must have lost a battle somehow. I don't know. Don't know what they were doing over there, but they're going to come back now and should win this pretty easily. Wouldn't surprise me if that were to be the case. Yep, they're taking more stuff. Seems like job done. How are you doing, Florida? Florida is okay. They've just seen. I think they just landed with their actual army and they're winning now quite easily. Floridian Brazil was having a bit of a tough time, but yeah, here comes like a lot of men. We don't need to guess numbers. It looks like about 80,000. Britain's here as well. So these natives finally going to be put in their place by the looks of it. These guys might get to live a little bit longer, although they have conquest against Breton Brazil. Is Breton Brazil even alive? There's also Breton Brazil is now is a free country, but it's owned by Britain, not Brittany. What? Or the United Kingdom. Shouldn't it not be British Brazil, what remains, or does it stick with the name, even though it's changed hands? I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Is this a separate? No, this is all still just a giant French Columbia, which is very cool, by the way. This is a pretty cool colony. It was like the first one as well. How are you doing? Cascadia, you're winning. I mean, it's not really a 55 war score. There's a 30 stack of South Dakotan separatists. This is like the chance for some of those people rooting for some of the states that started in this region that disappeared to maybe come back again. And that would be pretty cool, I guess. Wow. Okay, you don't want to mess with that. 147 stack right there. New York probably... No, I don't think New York could match that. They have about 130 there, but that was a huge stack. Cascadia doing pretty well at the moment. Have they embraced that institution yet? Nope, they're about to drop off the Great Powers list as a result, as New York currently sit third. That's incredible. New York, the Ottomans, are you like falling apart right now? How come the Europeans are starting to pull away? Also, look at Aragon invading Tunis. Just let's have a look. Oh, okay, the Ottomans did push back Ethiopia a little bit. That sucks. Oh my goodness, Kilwa, this font. What have you done to the east coast of Africa? Oh my goodness. Okay, just looking around, the Timurids looking gross now, as the Ottomans did take a lot of that area. Perm is trying their best to be Russia, but it seems like Lithuania and Scandinavia are just basically picking up provinces for free at this point. Out in the east, British France, that's scary what Britain is doing. Consider I couldn't do anything near this good. Castile is all but gone, they have one more province here. But Aragon are at war with Tunis, which is obviously going to slow it down. Portugal is at war with Britain. It's all just a mess over here, isn't it? But let's go back. See, oh my goodness, Cascadia. Saskatchewan, I think Manitoba got away scot-free and didn't lose anything, I think. But obviously they lost their alliance with Cascadia in defending Saskatchewan, but Saskatchewan is no longer here, and I imagine that shot them right back up on this list. Yep, back up to 5th, and if they embrace that institution, I imagine even higher than that. Well, yeah, they'd be above New York, but below Britain. They'd be into 3rd. If they were just to do it, but I imagine their size is probably the problem here. And I don't know where the institution started, so, I mean, yeah, so they need to embrace enlightenment. Okay, well, it's getting here. It's not like it's a million miles away. I mean, it's got to most of the rest of the world, so won't take too long. How's everything going? Florida did finish up their war, so let's go have a brief look at what happened to Brazil. Yep, Floridian Brazil is now a lot bigger. The question is, will they attack these guys next and take all of this? Because that would make it kind of look more imposing as a colony. Because, you know, I mean, compared to what Britain has down here and even what France has, it kind of doesn't look that strong. And they only have a 12 stack. So they need to watch out for these natives. But luckily, unlike Brittany, who didn't defend their colony at all, and that's because I don't think Brittany are alive anymore, other than in Breton, Brazil, when it was there. But obviously the difference is Florida more than willing to send thousands of men over to South America. Haiti once again at war with the British. That's a war that just keeps on happening, and Haiti don't die. I mean, I thought Britain were trying to take them out. British Navy, the Royal Navy, just there, yep, destroying a ton of Haiti ships. Just what Haiti needed, really. Just not a good time. Being at war with Britain every 5 minutes. Still nothing. There is not many states left now. I mean, how many is there? With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Plus, if we can count these orange guys, 14, and District of Columbia would make it 15. And I guess if we counted Carolina in the Bahamas, if they are still here, that would be 16 states left out of what, 50? Oh no, out of 48. And then Puerto Rico and Hawaii are still alive as far as I'm aware. Yep, they're still there. They're the other two. 18 out of 50 remaining. See, some of them are new ones that weren't here at the start. Cascadia was formed by California. Everyone else, Acadia was formed out of something. Something to do with dogs. Something to do with Labrador. Newfoundland and Labrador. Oh. Cascadia destroying rebels. Guess the good news for Manitoba is, although their manpower will probably be low, they do have now time to actually build a big army, which will fit someone of their size. Let's just check, did they actually lose anything? No, they didn't. They might have lost one province, because a 3% decrease there, but I don't see a province worth 3% anywhere, so I don't think it did happen. But maybe there was one province somewhere, a small one. Cascadia is guaranteeing the independence of Manitoba. Okay, you guys are safe now. That's probably a standoff between Cascadia and New York now. It's just Manitoba in the middle. But yeah, Cascadia guaranteeing their independence, and Nevada's too. That's to stop Texas pushing any further towards them, I imagine. So kind of smart by Cascadia. Is New York doing anything interesting? Wow, New York allied with France, Quebec, Michigan, Texas, and District of Columbia at the moment. Florida's just allied with Britain and Manitoba. That's worrying for them. Texas have got New York, Wyoming, and Sonora. I feel like Texas and New York might attack Florida at some point. And Cascadia just has Missouri, which you'd worry about, but they're not that. They don't need to worry. They're fine. And they've got Manitoba and Nevada to protect. But yeah, Cascadia's fine with only Missouri. They could probably eventually add Nevada. I don't know, maybe. If they get them on their good side. Auto-saving. Okay, there we go. Good. At least... Oh my goodness. Britain is destroying France again. By the looks of it. But not over here. Although Austria's doing the job. This is a huge war. Britain v Haiti. Oh, okay, so it's Britain and all their colonies. Which is a lot of them. Austria, Provence, Florida, and Floridian Brazil against Haiti, France, and French Colombia. So the war is against Haiti. There's also a big war here between Hungary and Lithuania, Poland, and Pomerania. I don't know who's going to win that, because I have no idea. I mean, I imagine Hungary's going to win, because I don't see Lithuania on this list. Because Poland don't look that strong anymore. They've been sort of manhandled into... Oh no, they still have a 40 stack. They've been pushed up, though, to, a place that you wouldn't regularly... you'd assume Poland to be in between Lithuania and Hungary, not above them. But this is a huge war, so I'm just going to let us witness a little bit of it. Did Aragon do anything? No? No, they didn't. Okay. Whatever. I don't think Spain's going to form, not just because this is a giant mess, but obviously some, in particular, France and Britain having land. I mean, Portugal they could probably deal with. I don't think they wouldn't even need Portugal, but, Tunis they could deal with. They'd get rid of Castile, Aragon. But getting rid of Britain and France would be different. Quite difficult. Is this Danish? Oh no, it's Polish. Okay, I was going to say, if that is Danish, that is ridiculous. Timurid Arabia. Cool. Okay, let's go back over here, see if there's any wars broken out or anyone's disappeared. Nope, they seem to be chill at the moment. Haiti's having a tough time. Like they basically get fully occupied in like the first few days of the war, and then they just have to wait for fighting elsewhere to finish. That is a massive war. Oh my goodness. So Austria, I don't really care. It's a punitive war against Austria, but it doesn't matter particularly. These guys are all small, and Austria called in Britain to help them. Let's just go over... There is a Cascadia war. Cascadia is at war with Baja California. That's one province in Mexico at the bottom of Baja California now. That's all that's left, so we'll ignore that. Austria are facing this with the help of this, spread over 2 wars. So there you go. That's one war. But Scandinavia are involved in a war with Austria. When did that happen? Oh, there's a 3rd war with Austria in it. The East Frisian Brunswick conflict. Scandinavia isn't in that though. Which one is Scandinavia involved in? How many wars can Austria be in at one time? Oh no, Scandinavia's here. Never mind. That's my bad. They're on Austria's team. Well, there you go. That is what Austria are facing, combined into 3 wars. I mean, that is a mess if ever I've seen one. They were in there was a coalition against them. The Ottomans were in a war just then. Oh, okay. Never mind. That doesn't count. Hungary there. And Cascadia, let's just make sure I was being right. They are just one, it's just one little province down here, which they should take pretty easily. But that's going to be it for this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.